Today we are honored to host Mr. Krishna Tirupati, a software engineer lead at Microsoft. So please introduce yourself in your language.
Hey, myself Krishna. I'm a senior AA software engineer in Microsoft. Almost like overall, I am having like 18 to 19 years of total IT experience. Last 8 years, I'm working in Microsoft as a AA engineer. There we deal with enterprise solutions wherever the manual human touch involved, right? So what we do is like we kind of like automate or on top of we do keep the AA flavor so that it should be authentic to the end users. I'm not you are not audible, Shreya.
That's the great opportunity to you, sir, that you give it the chance to Hackers Unity to take a podcast to with you. And literally, very thank you so much to joining us today. It's to be pleasure to have to on the show. Could you brief introduction yourself in your language? I will be appreciated about that. Like you are in a software engineer lead at the Microsoft. Now we will go to the AI and emergency technology is evolving rapidly. Which trend do you believe will have the biggest impact our next 5 years?
Yeah, see, as AI is evolving last 5 years, right? I see ample amount of growth in AI. Previously, like last 5 years, like we used to work on the deterministic models, right? Like logistic regression, small logistic regression, nav-based, tree-based models. But if you see the patterns, right, uh, as the big players like Nvidia and other things are making the GPUs. Now there is a vast amount of the compute is available to build the large language models. That's the reason, like if you see the players like OpenAI and Google, Facebook, they are like coming up or came with big language models, which are trained with the vast amount of the data. So if you see the language models, right? So if you ask any sort of questions, right? It is not hesitate to like uh, uh, not hesitate to give the information. It is giving all the information, like whatever the vast information is available on the market. The models are trained and they're like producing everything. Suppose say like if you see the kids my daughter is like a third grader, and one of the my other daughter is like a 10th grader. Both are using AI. I mean, like they're back and forth and front and back. They're using the language model directly, indirectly, like ChatGPT and Google. They're kind of like using the interfaces such a way that like in the gaming, in the study, wherever they need the AI, which fits, they're using, and they kind of like um, getting the use out of it. That is the one thing. Now we see the AI boom. Maybe in the future, right? If you see that we landed now, but if you see next 5 years, right, the way agentic AI and the physical AI, the industrial AI, how the AI is fitting to these platforms, right? Maybe like 2 3 years, the AI become a game changer as compute as like Nvidia and these people are like constructing and giving the lot of processing in the like kind of like GPU, whatever the things are giving to the market, right? So along with the computing, along with the models, big companies or big giants are building, right? So together, I think AIM is kind of like going somewhere. I don't know, like yeah, it is going evolving somewhere wherever the currently like wherever the manual touch is needed, right? With this we can able to solve any sort of problem in the real time. So yeah, that I can say with the emerging technologies currently, like AI.
Okay, fine. What are the biggest challenges organizations face when developing AI at a scale and innovation?
Yeah, the see the if some technology evolves, right, there should be pros and cons as well. Like if you see the pros, right, pros, right, we can fit AI in any way to get the useless out of it. But if you see the cons, right, say like Copilot, say like a Copilot, right? So in way, and we are the back and forth and right. But what is happening is like if there are two problems with the AI. So the first problem is the privacy and governance. Suppose my organization, I want to like use the Copilot or like Copilot or OpenAI LLMs inside my organization, right? So what I do is like I keep the all the data, whatever the data available. I mean the file format data or the video data or the audio data, whatever the data available for my company. What I do is like I have to keep the entire uh, documentation in the one centralized location. Currently, it is the cloud. If I keep the respective documents in the one centralized location, right? If I feed the data to AI, right, it sucks the data. I mean, like it will take the all the data, irrespective of irrespective of filters. It suck the data, and the data is available to the public. So the first problem I am seeing is the we have to tell LLM models that like what 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 is the data it has to train with. Meaning, if I keep the entire data, right, like my company has like a terabytes of data in the drive, right? If I planning to build the LLM, it sucks the data and it the respective data is available in the public. So what we have to do is as a AI engineers, we have to tell LLM or AI system such a way that what data it has to take it. I mean, like, and I mean, like, what data it has to expose it. So in the Microsoft, right, we come up with a methodology called as giving the giving the respective flags to the files. Uh, Files or content. I mean, like files would be the video files, audio files, or document. So if say like we have a flags kind of like public, private. We come up with some flags. If suppose say like if the respective uh, 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 flag for the files is public, only AA will take that file during the training process, remaining the filters, whatever the filters I put for other files, right, as a private or the confidential flag, right? AA is supposed to not take the respective file to during the training process. meaning like we have to keep the governance and security layer to the AI such a way that AI has to need to learn like what are the files to be taken during the training process. That is the one constraint I am seeing with the current AI technology. And second thing is token uses. Recently, even Satya and LT, I mean, like Satya Nadella and LTs, they mentioned that cloud uses within the Microsoft, right? It kind of going somewhere going somewhere. I think in the users need to spend almost like a $2,000 for the getting the tokens to create a respective softwares inside the industry. So if you compare token usage versus the amount of salary we are giving to the employee, right? If you compare, right, the amount we are spending to the token users in the case of cloud users, right? It is kind of like going exponential compared to the amount we are paying to the humans. So what my suggestion is uh, say like uh, suppose I want to build a agentic solution which reads the PDF documents and it will produce the some output. If I feed the PDF document to the agentic solution, agentic model or the predictive model, right? What happens is uh, uh, the model, it will take the entire document, read through it, and it wastes the all the tokens. So what we have to do is we have to come up with the before feeding the data to the agentic solution or the predictive model, right? We have to, as a industry or the as a enterprise, we have to come up with one layer before giving the data to the agentic solution, right? The layer should be filter the data. There are open source frameworks also available. Everybody has to use the respective framework to filter the data before feeding the data to the agentic solution, so that rather than using the 100% uses of tokens, maybe say for the same task, maybe agentic solution use the 20% of usage. So these are the two challenges I'm seeing with the current agentic solution. One is the governance, privacy, token usage, and token usage. These are the challenges I'm seeing with the current agentic or AI solutions.
That's a very grateful answer to you, sir. What are the biggest challenges organizations face when developing AI to scale and enterprise AI systems?
The first problem is suppose as a organization, right? First they have to uh, think uh, developing the solution from the scratch, right? There are so many existing LLMs are available. What they have to do is there is a concept called as a transfer learning during the AA process. What they have to do is they have to build such a layer, such a layer, AA layer. What it has to do is first it has to use the existing predefined LLMs. On top of that, right, using they have to build their own models with the transfer learning or I mean, like what I'm saying is the solution should be the predefined LLM models plus uh, whatever the whatever the domain the current enterprise is working on, right? So it should be combination of both rather than building the models from the scratch. That is the one thing. Once the model is ready or the LLM is ready, they want to go enterprise solution. Second thing is like the already I mentioned, right, the tokens uses part. They have to come up with a solution uh, uh, to not consume the more tokens, because end of the day, if the solution is consuming the more tokens, definitely end of the day, like they'll come up with the big bills from big giants like Claude or OpenAI or something. That is the one thing. Second thing is the at scale, right? They have to come once the model is ready. Model is ready. Uh, During the build during the deployment process, right, rather than uh, deploying the models as a monolithic models, right, they have to come up with a microservice architecture or a Kubernetes kind of architecture uh, to handle the multiple requests rather than handling the uh, monolithic requests. And suppose say like once model is ready, they're made as a microservice architecture, then they want to deploy the solution into the thing, right? They have to think in the broader way, meaning like rather than deploying the solution into the CPUs, right? Maybe they have to deploy the solution into the in the cloud space where the GPUs are available, so that if multiple users are like hitting the model service, right, uh, in the cloud, there is predefined Kubernetes or microservice architectures are available on the on the like SaaS solution, as a SaaS solution. So they can easily available on the cloud space. So the agentic solution can able to like work as enterprise solution to give access to the multiple users rather than like using limited amount of users. So so the solution should be um, LLM plus uh, LLM plus the respective domain-based model, which needs to be microservice architecture, uh, plus like a framework like Rooflu or something. We have to implement inside the solution to reduce the token usage. Once the solution is available, it should be deployed on the cloud solution, where we can able to give the more compute to the respective agentic solution rather than monolithic solution. So it would be my architecture or way of implementing the agentic solution for enterprise users.
Okay, sir. That's a very great answer to you, sir. If a college students want to be a strong software engineer, what roadmap would you be recommended and how they get to be part of Microsoft company employee like as a you and Amazon employee, how they get the job in that fields?
Yeah, so what I feel is like as a student, right? Suppose he wants to join in Microsoft or Amazon or Facebook or anything, right? The uh, so while we hiring the respective engineers, right, what we look is the person should be the um, uh, kind of like a solution architect, meaning the person need to understand the problem in the multiple directions. I mean, like he has to like look the problem in the 360 direction. Uh, that is the one thing. I mean, like we don't look for the students which are having like a 90% of marks or like a 100% of marks. We can hire the people who are having the 60% or like borderline marks. So if you see Bill Gates, one of the podcast or interview, right? So somebody asked a question to the Bill Gates that like, what sort of engineers you are looking for? He gave a very good answer that like, I don't want uh, university toppers or something. Like I am, uh, I'm looking for the engineers who are like a kind of lazy. So because lazy people can give the short solution with the beautiful answer. So meaning like he the lazy person can think the uh, solution in the 360 degrees way with a shortcut way. So we need the such a people, uh, and who can understand the problem from the scratch, rather than he wants to seek the help from others to solve the problem. I don't know whether I can like iterate the question or answer well, but we are looking for the smart engineers who can solve the problem in the easy way with the 360-degree angle. So that would be my answer for the question. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very like was a great answer to everybody. And let's move to the another one.
Okay.
How can students from tier 3 colleges completely study in like as a IIT's students and top universities? What are the importance DSA development, open source, competitive programs, or building startups?
The see, as a student, right, they have to understand the open source community problems. Yeah, so uh, uh, what I can say is like, the student who can understand the society problem, right? In the open source way, definitely the person can start the startup with the open source mindset. Say like recently, uh, recently personally, like I see one problem. I mean like this a governance fair, right? So how I my thought was is like, rather than building the paid solution, right? What I provided is like, I come up with the a Python layer, which is open source. I built with some agents, in my way. So I deployed the solution into the Python, which is widely available to the all the open source developers. So open source developers, and they can like I mean, like other developers can take it. They can toggle the respective library into their application. They can build the enterprise application. So if I am having as a student, I am having the open source to develop the respective solution to the society, right? Definitely, the the respective solutions are using by the other customers as well, right? As a open source developer, I can um, get the like a mindset or the courage to start the startups as well. So rather than doing the 9 to 5 job, right? Every student has to think, the thought process would be the mind thought process would be the as a startup culture, startup culture CEO, rather than thinking like, I want to get the job in the 9 to 5 company like Microsoft, or whatever the company he's looking for. So like, he has to contribute the something to the open source. Some and Rather than sitting ideal, right? He has to solve some problem which are which facing by the outside of outside society rather than solving the internal problems. I don't know whether I give the correct answer or not, but should we have the open source mindset to build the agentic open source solutions to the society?
Okay, sir. What are the top three skills every student should start developing from day one of the college? And can AI replace entire level of software engineers, or will it create a new opportunity to everybody?
The first one is the Python. He has to learn one front end skills like Python or C sharp or something. He has to be get the good knowledge on the back end skills, meaning some database skills like Oracle or SQL or the MySQL or the NoSQL databases to understand the table structure better, meaning. As a software engineer, right, they have to think uh, everything in the table format, I mean like a rows and columns format. So one front end solution, one back end solution, and second thing is the third one is the some he has to get the understanding, and he has to use the applications like Codex, OpenAI solution, right? He has to get the hands-on experience on this tool to build the better solutions with the front end and back end tools.
Okay, that means we need to be work about the back end, front end, all of the things we need to be know about that.
Yeah, some
Let's
one
move.
front end. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
No, sir, please tell about
No, no,
what
no.
you said.
What I'm saying is like one front end development tool like a Python or C sharp or something, and one back end tool which is database. Plus, he has to learn the tools some tools like Codex or something to develop the agentic solutions or easy solutions with the respective front and back end tools. That's what my answer is. Yeah.
Okay, sir. And let's get a little funny type of question. It could
Mhm.
be like as if Microsoft gave you a magic button, one click remove all bugs forever, and another click remove all metrics forever. Which button would you be pressed and why?
Uh, I press like a shift delete. Shift delete is my favorite thing because every time some cachy thing store in our mind which corrupts sometimes which corrupts or it leads into the different direction during the development process. So every time we have to shift delete the cachy thing which is basically store in our brain, right? We have to shift delete every time, and we have to come up with the fresh mindset to develop the fresh solutions.
Okay, sir. And let's move to the our ending of the podcast. If you were starting your career in again 2026 as a first year student engineering department, like as a computer science student and another of the more of the engineering field that doesn't be matter, what would you learn at a planning to for the next 4 year, and what is the most advice for students would you be given to all of the students need to be do as a first year, second year, third year and final year, how to be get their jobs?
See, no, normally in my career, right, I'll always think technology like 4 years or 5 years beyond. Suppose if you see the AI, right, I thought about AI and I thought of implementing the AI. I started implementing the AI. I like thought started all the process, the thought process, right? I started like 5 to 6 years back. So now I started learning the futurist technologies. I am thinking about the quantum computing. If you see, right, if I start learning the quantum computing, now the quantum computing is like a newbie now. Because we haven't come up with the better solution with the quantum computing, but I started already. I started learning the quantum computing and the quantum computing principles. Definitely after 5 years, right? Like a bubble. After 5 years, we'll see the quantum computing bubble. As a student, right? If I join college today, definitely my thought process would be I want to. I mean, like not too much, but I want to learn like a baby feet, right? I want to learn today. I want to start learning quantum computing. Maybe like once I graduate after 4 years, right? Uh, Definitely, I'll become a master in quantum computing. Definitely, I'll be get the job in the better company rather than join in the small companies. So yeah, just like that is my way. Yeah.
What are your advices about the certification type of student are doing? Like we need to be do the that certificate. It would be help in our resume at their at places of different type of.
Certificates, see, like all the companies, like even if you see the Microsoft, right? Uh, there are like certification like data science, basics in Azure. I mean, like no, no, see, as I'm Microsoft, I'm not aligned with the Microsoft technologies, but there are options also, cloud options. Data science options are available in other companies as well. GCP, in the case, GCP certification, Azure certification. These certifications, I mean, like a data science certification or a database certification. So these certifications are gives the more weight in the resume during the interview process. Rather than going with the advanced certifications, at least like students need to take the some certification exams for the uh, basic things like basic things on the respective technology, uh, so that their resume weight would be increased during the interview process. Yeah.
That's very helpful to everybody to be this point of view, sir. Before we conclude, we had loved to hear one final message from you for students and aspiring developers who are working hard to build their careers in technology. We wish to you, sir, that you will be grow and as you work with Microsoft company, you will be great opportunity to get out at which place you are recently working. You go at ahead of your company that services from our Hackers Unity to user. Thank you, Mr. Krishna Tirupati, for sharing your valuable insights and experience with us today.
Hey, thanks, Raya, for having me into your Hackers Unity podcast. It is my first podcast. I don't know it went well or not, but I gave my insights, whatever I am feeling in my mind. Definitely, like, do reach me. I think you guys are having my LinkedIn ID. If any students or anybody needs some guidance or anything during software development process, or like how they want to land into the software industry, any career guidance, definitely I can they can connect with me. I think you guys are having my LinkedIn ID. You can share the LinkedIn ID in my podcast, in the podcast, so that I can able to give them some time to guide them to land the respective careers into the best companies or wherever they want. Yeah, yeah. Thanks, Ray.
That's that's a very grateful to you, sir. You are giving your LinkedIn ID to every students that you will provide their resources about that things, and this is a very great nature to you, sir. That's very thank you so much to again, sir, to give us a time to conduct your podcast.
Thank you, Shreya. Have a great
Thank you
day.
so much,
Bye.
sir. Have a good day. Bye.